Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday. It is the 7th day of July, so today is 7/7/2020. How cool is that?
Okay.
It's our dog's birthday.
It is Mandy's
Mandy was born on
birthday.
07/07/07, and somehow we didn't name her Lucky.
We
What?
should have named her Lucky.
Yeah, well, she is our lucky dog. It's also National Dive Bar Day, National Father-Daughter Take a Walk Day, so I'm going to have to maybe call our daughter. I could take her dogs for a walk, too, though. National Strawberry Sundae Day, and National Macaroni Day. Heidi likes macaroni and cheese.
I do.
It's good stuff.
I do. It's really good.
We just had macaroni and cheese yesterday.
We did.
Also, it is a Tuesday, so we're going to be speaking with Heidi's papa. It's Tuesdays with Charlie. We do that every Tuesday. He's a fun guy to chat with, and it was good to see him. Mm-hmm. So it's also time for them to go. Thanks. I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. 2 new studies suggest that using public transit can increase your chances of dying from coronavirus. So, that's not good, especially if you use public transit. But it doesn't shock me because when you think about, you're on public transit with a bunch of strangers that you don't know. Mm-hmm. So, that's where you want to definitely make sure you do your social distancing and all the things that you're supposed to do. So, but there's 2 studies. I have a link to that info in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. University of Alabama students recently partied around campus despite knowing they were infected with COVID-19. So they knew that they were sick, and they said, well, we're going to have a party. And then the thing that's interesting, they said students or kids with known positives were attending parties, and other people knew that they were known positives as well. So I'm not quite sure. It's like they were saying, hey, we're all going to get together and, we're going to have this together. So I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, some of the partiers were students at the University of Alabama. Fire chief made the revelation during an agenda briefing. Lawmakers later passed an ordinance mandating that people wear masks in public places. Smith said he believes the information to be a rumor at first, but then doctors revealed that even the state confirmed it as well. 1,986 reported cases, 38 deaths since the beginning of the pandemic in that county. So it's not something to mess around with there. That's probably not a great plan. I've got a link to that story if you want to read all the details. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Former Vanderpump Rules star Stacey Schroeder is expecting her first baby, with fiance Boo Clark.
She's who?
She was in, Stacey Schroeder is her name. She was in the Vanderpump Rules, that program. Anyway, this is their first child that they're having. So
I love how you say this to me as if you know who they are or I know who they are.
Hey.
Or probably even anybody listening knows who they are.
People listening know exactly who they are. Just because we're out of touch doesn't mean... Okay, let's put...
How exciting.
It is exciting. I think a round of applause is in order. Yay! Congratulations. Disney Plus recently pushed out a second trailer for Hamilton. Now the actual program is out as well. So if you want to watch the trailer, you can. Or if you can say, hey, I just want to watch the program. Blends hip-hop, jazz, R&B, and Broadway. Hamilton takes the story of America's founding father, Alexander Hamilton, and delivers a musical that has a profound impact on culture, politics, and education. Filmed at the Richard Rogers Theater on Broadway in June of 2016, Hamilton hit Disney Plus on July the 3rd. And there's already people online saying, hey, this is not historically accurate. Mr. Hamilton didn't sing many of these songs.
A lot of it is historically inaccurate. But
Is it really? I've not seen the program, but I'll have to check it out. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Nearly 60,000 pounds of chicken nuggets have been recalled for possible rubber contamination.
Whoa.
So I don't know what happened, if some rubber fell in with the chicken, or if they were making it with rubber chicken.
You're not supposed to eat the rubber chickens.
No,
Those
no.
are just for squeaky noises.
Yeah, Heidi laughs every time.
I love rubber chickens.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
She'll watch like a video of a rubber chicken singing a song.
I love rubber chickens.
And she laughs way too much. I'm like, what are you laughing at? And then she turns the phone and I'm like, it's one of those? Why are you?
I don't know why.
It's like, hey, this rubber chicken sounds just like Elvis. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It sounds nothing like Elvis.
And I give rubber chickens to my kids all the time. I love them. I just love them.
I think I got a rubber chicken for Christmas once, and I have no idea where it is. But I got it from your cousin Andy, not from you. Do you ever feel your significant other loves your dog more than they love you? Survey of dog owners show that you might not be imagining that. A poll of adults who have dogs discovered that 1 in 3 would choose to keep their pet over their partner if they had to choose. 4 in 10 admitted to showing Fido more affection than they show to their loved one.
Why are you looking at me?
Actually, I'm more disappointed in our dogs. This weekend, Heidi was laying down, and both dogs were snuggling with her, and I picked up first Mandy, and I brought her over, and I was snuggling with her, and then she took off, went right back to you, and then I was like, fine, I'll take Miley, and then Miley did the same thing. I was like, fine, I'll sit here by myself and pout. I think we need different dogs. Pop quiz. The website Your Tango says, if you place this under your tongue before bed, you will not wake up tired. Is it A, a lemon wedge, B, a raw almond, or C, Himalayan sea salt, or a D, peanut butter? Heidi, what do you think of those?
Ooh.
So if you put this under your tongue before you go to sleep, when you wake up, you won't wake up tired. A lemon wedge, raw almond, Himalayan sea salt, or peanut butter?
I can't imagine sleeping with any of those things under my tongue. I'm going to say peanut butter because that would dissolve.
No, the answer is sea salt. Yes, see? Some people got it right. They're cheering right now. Heidi, you got it wrong. You do not get to...
I have sea salt.
You don't
Maybe
get to go on to the
try
final
that
round.
tonight.
Do we have some? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should try
That's all we use is sea salt.
Do we really? Yeah. See, I've been in this household 20 years. Why am I the last to find these things out? And Amazon is paying $500 million in one-time bonuses to frontline workers, which is pretty cool because during the pandemic, they were going to work every day to make sure people got all of the essentials, that were being sent out.
But weren't Amazon workers also frontline workers?
That's what they're doing. They are.
Oh, I thought you said...
To frontline workers. I think it's to their own. I think it's to their own frontline workers.
I thought you were talking about like
Amazon
hospital frontline workers and stuff. But...
No, it's bonuses to their employees.
Okay, well,
I'm
that
pretty
makes sense.
sure. Yeah.
And that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. Unless...
Because Amazon made bang.
Oh, they did very, very well during this. So
yeah.
That's why I said
I
think it's a good idea.
I think that's good.
Do we agree?
We
do?
We usually agree.
Wow.
You just don't speak up.
There we go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
There we go.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We typically pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie. He'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Hey, this is kind of 2 weeks in a row here. Something's wrong.
Well, it's been a while. I noticed you packed your bags the other day. We're planning on leaving or something?
Trying to get out of here, but
What kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
if I wink at you, call the cops.
He's blinking in Morse code, but that doesn't work on the radio.
Okay, here. You like take naps?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know they can save your life?
Really?
Yeah. Those who nap regularly were found to be 37% less likely to die from a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Might go take a nap.
I need to nap more often.
I think I'm going to take one on the way home
Hey, there you go.
if I ever get out of
You're
here.
not driving, are you?
Get out of here.
His grandma's driving. That's a good
Yeah, I
thing.
hope so. Hey, then bees can detect bombs.
Really?
Really?
Yep, that's what they say. Bees can be trained to associate the scent with receiving food as a reward.
Huh.
How do you train a bee? I have no idea, but
I don't know.
once again, my top-notch staff is right on this.
Yeah, well, they gave us the info. If we want to know more, we got to go find it.
Got to look it up. Hey, then research shows that the first 3 minutes after takeoff and the final 8 minutes before landing are when 80% of plane crashes happen.
So keep that in mind as you're getting ready to take off.
Well,
That's not good.
Apparently, you got a better chance of taking off than you do landing. But landing, you always get down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's how hard.
Yikes.
Boom, we're down. Hey, then you know who invented sunglasses?
No.
No, Ben Franklin?
Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have a name? You just...
Chinese invented them.
Well, let me try that again. Who invented them? People. I think people invented them.
But they didn't invent them for sun protection,
What'd they invent them for?
but to hide judges' emotions during courtroom proceedings.
Oh, wow.
Really? That's interesting.
Otherwise, you can tell, you look at their eyes, say, oh, this ain't good.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Then I told you this before. You know Elvis Presley was a natural blonde.
I did know that.
Yeah.
Dyes. It's got black dye. What the? Hey, then chickens, they can see more colors than we can.
Really?
And then look how we treat chickens. We eat them.
How many colors do they see, and how do we know this?
Because
Yeah,
I told you. That's how you know it.
Oh, I
how do you
understand.
know
You
what
told
they
me.
see?
They probably did a survey and asked the chickens, how many colors do you see?
We run a test of 10 chickens, and they could all see colors. And then we ate them.
From the Charlie Institute.
Hey, then I got one last thing for you because this is getting stupid. For every action, there is an equal and appropriate government program.
That is absolutely true.
Now, don't be calling in the radio station because I said something.
Well, are you ready for a trivia question from me then, Charlie?
Sure.
I should probably come up with a good one since you're here. Because, I don't want to waste...
I drove a long time to get here, and it's...
I know, and you're going to leave us, so we got to leave on a good note. How about since we were just talking about Elvis Presley's natural hair color being blonde, what color was Marilyn Monroe's natural hair color?
brown.
No, it was red. She was a redhead.
She was a redhead? I
Yeah.
thought she was a brunette.
Well,
See, that's brown, right? So,
there you go.
Yeah. Huh.
Can you verify that for sure?
No, it's on the internet, so doesn't that mean for sure it's true?
If it's there, it's got to be true.
I'll ask you another question because
Okay.
I'm going to try to give you a fighting chance on this one. Have you ever heard of aardvarks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many teeth does an aardvark have?
Oh, my.
28.
Wow, you're off by 28. It has no teeth. Aardvarks have no teeth.
They gum their food?
Apparently. They slurp it all through a straw, maybe. No, I believe they use their tongue to just grab stuff and pull it in, don't they? Kind of like an anteater?
Well, next week we're going to do it on the phone.
Oh, really?
I'm getting kind of tired of this.
I don't blame you one bit. Charlie, you guys drive safe, okay?
I'm not driving, so okay.
Okay. Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Again, Tuesdays with Charlie. We usually call my father-in-law every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Scientists can identify the brain waves that signal someone is having an angry dream. They're getting better at decoding our dreams. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Neurosciences, which, by the way, that's what you read if you want to fall asleep. They include the fact that researchers have identified brain activity patterns that predict states of anger during dreams.
Why do we need this?
Well, I don't know. Previous studies have shown that frontal alpha asymmetry is related to anger and self-regulation during wakefulness. We show that this asymmetrical brain activity is also related to anger experienced in dreams. Frontal alpha asymmetry may thus reflect our ability to regulate anger, not only in the waking times, but in the dream state as well. There you go. Now you know.
Now you know.
Do you know what any of that means, by the way?
But
I literally just read that, and I have no idea what I just said. But they say they can figure out somebody's having an angry dream based on brain waves.
Why don't you just ask them when they wake up? Was your dream angry?
Did you have a pleasant dream? No. Okay. Perfect. Next. Thanks for listening to today's Fun Fact.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Serbia. Pause for a second. I don't think we've ever done a story.
We have not.
From Serbia. That's why this story is kind of a weird story, but I wanted to read it because it's from Serbia. Okay, Dateline, Serbia. Tennis star Novak Djokovic and his wife Jelena have tested positive for coronavirus after throwing a wild party at a Serbian nightclub. Well, that's not good. And I probably said all of their names wrong, but it's from Serbia, and I'm trying to add to the list of countries that we read stories from. So I'll mispronounce your country soon, I'm sure. Thanks for listening to a news headline from somewhere in this world.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Walkers are relieving themselves on the grounds at Queen Elizabeth's Scottish residence. Employees at the Balmoral Castle. Am I saying that right? Have you been to that one?
I have not.
I have not either. They say the Queen frequently visits for the holidays throughout the year. They've complained about wet wipes being left on the estate and urged people not to use the spot as an outdoor toilet. Most public facilities are closed in the UK because of the lockdown, but people are still, needing to go. They're allowed to exercise and social distance outside, and that turns into, well, I'm out and I have to go, so they go.
That's disgusting.
It is.
It's a good thing that stuff doesn't only happen in the United States.
No, I agree.
I'm glad to hear that there are
disappointed to see so many wipes discarded on the estate next to paths and monuments. Please remember, there are no public toilets for miles around at the moment, so they posted that at the gate.
Gross.
So they don't want people using their grounds as a public toilet, which you'd think common sense would tell you that, but apparently not. This is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. A Texas attorney is facing charges for egging the car of a judge, an act of retribution over a stay-at-home order during the COVID-19 pandemic. So Eric Yollick, Yollick, he's an attorney. He pled not guilty to a misdemeanor charge of criminal mischief. Happened on March the 27th. And he says, I threw one egg at the judge's car. Oh, is that all?
Oh, just one.
He said, I did this for all the right reasons. He needed to get a message because he wasn't listening to people. So he threw an egg at the judge's Lexus SUV over the judge's unconstitutional stay-at-home order in late March, which ran through April 17th, according to this attorney. So this attorney...
So my question, I guess, would be, is it illegal to throw an egg at anybody's car or only at a judge's car?
No, at anybody's car. You can't throw an egg at anybody's car. But it just, I think the reason it's national news is because it was an attorney throwing eggs at the car of a judge.
Good luck getting fair treatment at your next trial with this attorney.
It's not a good plan. I think you're probably out of order. See what I did there? All right, we're going to take a little brief recess. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, fake news or Florida. Key West man busted for stealing groceries wearing an Elvis jumpsuit. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
No, it's a fake news story. And it wasn't made up by me. I want to say thank you to the people who do submit these. So there are some people that are really good.
I could see somebody doing
They continuously trick you. So
there are some good ones.
More. I need help. You can submit your stories if you'd like, fake stories or even some true stories, right through our website at johnandheidishow.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And this is just a really cool story here. An Afghan interpreter who saved multiple U.S. lives finally becomes a U.S. citizen.
Oh, I love that.
And he celebrated his first 4th of July as a U.S. citizen. Janice, and I'm going to probably mess up the last name, Shinwari, Shinwari, 42, worked as an interpreter with the U.S. military for 8 years in some of the most dangerous parts of Afghanistan.
Awesome.
Knowing that he was risking his life and endangering his family, he managed to save the lives of at least 5 American soldiers, one who helped bring him and his family to the United States. As an interpreter, he wasn't supposed to fight when he joined the U.S. military, but during one particular ambush in 2008, he saved the life of Captain Matt Zeller, an American soldier who he had only met 10 days earlier. He said, I saw Matt Zeller, and he was alive in a ditch, and there were 2 Taliban behind him to kill him.
Wow.
And he said, I shot the 2 Taliban and saved Matt Zeller's life.
Hero.
Yeah, absolutely. Janice.
It's probably Janice.
I'm not sure. Janis. Maybe it is. Or it could be Giannis. I'm not sure how you say it.
Yanni? I'm pretty sure it's not Janice.
I don't know.
Okay.
Again, I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude. I am an idiot. I don't know how to say many things. But he said, after that happened, he said his name, he said, I'm one of your translators. You're not safe. And that's when he, helped the guy. So I've got a link to the story, and you can read it. And if you can get the name right, well, I'm proud for you. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think it's a great story. I have a link to it in our show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Tuesday.